Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 today, going racing with some more of the new cars added to the game, starting with the Hellfire. This essentially the Challenger Hellcat. I like the car. I like the car in real life. GTA 5 version looks pretty damn cool. We have the customary shuffle around on the grid, a Team Orange going to the back, it would seem so. There looked like there's actually a pretty big wheelie from Ewan's. Do we have a wheelie in this? Oh, yes. Yes, we can wheelie this. I know what we're doing off the start line. Right, here we go. Can we get a good wheelie? Yep. Decent wheelie. Some of the modified muscle cars get crazy wheelies. The Gauntlet Classic's actually very good at getting wheelies when highly modified. Mine's still standard, but yeah, you can get some very impressive wheelies from that. This track is also another recreation. Actually, I think this is probably one of the closest recreations we've had. It's very difficult with sky circuits on GTA 5. It'd be a big old traffic jam through turn 3 there. When you're using the pre-made, pre-sized track props, if you will, is often quite difficult to get scaling right. Yeah, as I said, this is probably the closest replica we've had to an actual circuit, so I say good luck guessing. You'll probably figure it out quite sharpish as to what circuit this is supposed to be. We're already starting to go too wide here. Now, there are plenty of runoff areas, on the most part. There are still some bits where if things go wrong, basically like the bits that aren't necessarily the expected bits for things to go wrong, if something does go wrong, that's when you have a big fall off the circuit, and yeah, then you're in trouble. I have the biggest toe down all of that, and it will take me to the lead. Had to get a little bit risky. Oh, there's some touring car lines going on further back. I spot that. We're just going to get a little bit of a nudge through these very, very fast corners. Everyone's 2x2 further back. I'm kind of glad I'm out of that mess, although we are about to get slipstreamed everywhere here. So we'll just sit. Actually, no, that kind of helps me that Hordes has got past as early as that. So these are quite good for dealing with contact. They're not the best, they're not the most stable car, but they're way better than most, which is hopefully going to be good for wheel-to-wheel race. Like you saw that punt. I did get unsettled there, however we had enough time and enough grip in the car to catch it all with 2 and 3 wide into the chicane. That's, I mean, it has worked. It has worked through all of that. We'll give Crow a good push. Hordes is giving a push to Chris. Scotty's got a mega run. Scotty would win the first lap battle. We're just going to have a lift. There's just too many cars. Oh, too many cars trying to fit into a corner, and that's why we had a lift to get out of all of that, and we will now lead with a big old, I say big old dive into turn 3. The couple of cars ahead got tangled, so we will make the most of that opportunity. Again, I'm sure we'll end up getting repassed at some point, but you make the most of the opportunities that are presented to you, which we have done. That's a lot of cars now lining up behind us. It's Team Orange. We started on the back row, and now Team Orange shall take a 1-2 spot on the circuit. The field is still very tightly bunched up. Of course, we have the slipstream, we have the catch-up turned on. If a car has fallen off on the first lap, there is always a hope, there is always a chance that they can rejoin the tail end of the field, especially if we're fighting like this. We are more likely to. Christ, I was looking to see where Blakey was with the orange car, and Longbow just had a mega run. I've got nothing going on at the moment. I love that corner in these. It is flat out in these cars, but it always feels like you're not going to make it. It will make, if you've got the turning point right, of course, that is. You can still miss the corner, of course, but yeah, that's a brilliant corner in these cars. I just like these. These are good muscle cars. I don't know how they are in terms of speed to the likes of the GTX and the Pisswasser Dominator, but they're good for wheel-to-wheel racing when they're on their own. We're going to go 3 wide down here. I don't think the pink car's quite going to have the speed. I've got to be careful. Turquoise car is running out of grip. It's always the risk you take if you're on the outside. If you're on the outside and the car, well, funnily enough, on your inside has run out of grip, you are going to come off worse. So it's always a gamble if you go for that. And it's that, how long do you leave it before you're going to have to lift out of that outside pass? What point do you say, yeah, this is going to end badly? We maybe could have lifted a smidge earlier. We got away. It didn't end badly as such for that. Us, we just lost a little bit of time. We got a good run here, but it's 3 wide again. We are left space on the inside, but we're on such a tight line, you slow off the corner. Somebody was a very long way on 2 wheels in the background. There's a pink car on alongside. You get the teeniest of little taps. Everything's fine. Gliska's not across in front. Annoyingly, Gliska's not across in front of us for the draft. We are all going to go side by side now. 2 wide, maybe 3 wide, mid-corner, if I can get the run I want. Team Orange has been a little bit sideways up ahead. I'm going for a long way around. Nope, that's... Oh, no, it might actually work on the exit. We've got a really, really good run off of the corner. Where's a toe from somebody? Toe from anybody will do. I think we're just going to give a big toe to... Oh, many cars behind. It's 4 and 5 wide. I want to back out of that. Oh, oh, there's like, which way do we go? Which way do we try to avoid mayhem? Hordes did really well to not end up having a really big accident in all of that. I had to check up. Thankfully, everybody else realised that we were going to have to check up through there. This is where it starts getting busy, where, you know, we're having to take avoiding action, the cars behind are having to take avoiding action, and so on. You've got to have all your wits about you here. Ninetales is coming to join in the fun. Down the back straight, we're going to get a mega toe. We are going to get a toe almost to the lead, not quite. I have to just slow it down. This time it's Gliska's turn to brave the outside and hope I don't run wide. In fact, Gliska ran out of grip anyway. On the outside there. Towards the chicane we go. Little bit of two-wheeled antics across that one. How many more laps of this have we got? I don't know how much more my heart's going to take around this one. We'll give Ninetales a little bit of a help onto the back straight. Oh, too many cars down that start-finish straight. It's not wide enough for all of that, folks. We were fine on the inside. Ninetales is going to hold it alongside. Actually, somehow they all got away with that. I don't know how they did that. Oh, Ninetales got all sorts of unsettled on the curb, and now we're going 4 wide again. This is madness. This is complete and utter madness around this track. I don't think I've been 4 wide in a race as many times as this and somehow been okay. Or I maybe could have gone for a push on Hordes. It's not going to matter. Push wouldn't have done anything, not when you've got this much energy going on behind. As now 3 wide ahead. Hordes has got a little bit of got the inside. It has now worked. We're going to try and sneak up the inside. The offensive blue machine has not got that one. It's just asked too much of everything. Oh, bloody! The positions are changing faster than I can keep track of. We've gone from first to 6th to 2nd to 4th, back to 1st again. We're now going to be to 2nd again. Might be to 3rd around here. We are up. We're off. I mean, we were assisted off a little bit. Thankfully, there is a runoff area there. We can get back on. It does look about quite a harsh curb there, but it isn't actually too bad to climb back on. That's a very, very big dive. Oh, Ewan carried a lot of speed through there and could not... That was one of those that we were all, like, committing to the corner, and as I was trying to get... I was trying to position myself to deal with the cars ahead, and Ewan's just carrying a normal racing amount of speed, and it's all come together. It's just sort of converging lines. Crow's going to go a very long way around on that outside if you want to make it work, because I've got mega mid-corner speed. We might actually get to the lead on the run to the final chicane, which we do. We sneak up the inside. It's going to be on the outside for the next bit. Don't really want to be on the tyre bundle for that, sadly, and that is actually going to drop me all the way down to 8th place now. God, look at the group of them across the lines. Someone is falling off on the final lap. I can almost guarantee you someone is going to fall off. Well, there's Ewan's missed turn 1 through all of that. It is, well, these cars have got a lot of grip. When you have a big toe and you're carrying a lot of speed that you might not have been carrying towards that corner normally, really easy to just completely miss turn 1. We've got a good exit here on the outside. We're in the slipstream of Scotty. I'm well clear of the squabbling pack down there. Oh, Scotty and Ninetales had a huge wobble. I was holding the draft for as long as I dare before having to try to avoid a Ninetales who was serpentining down the road. I would prefer... Ooh, I've spun myself on Gliska's car. Well, thank you, Hordes, for straightening me up and meaning I didn't lose too much time. So I'd rather, I think, the car's serpentine down the road than just insta-spin. It does have its dangers, of course, the serpentining down the road when you've lost control, because then you end up basically making it a bigger target for somebody managing to clonk into. Oh, no, there's a few extreme touring car lines going on there. I was just on the tight line on the way in. Did not run as wide as some through all of that. Track limit violations. Thankfully, not so much a thing here. Oh, we're bobbling and we're all now trying. It's getting towards the end of the race. We know this is where it matters. This is where it counts. Any slip-ups now, you will not have time to recover. We've used the last of our lives as I get a huge slide through all of that. That's not what I want to be doing whatsoever. Now towards the final chicane. Oh, that's too many cars. Crow's going to run out of speed. It's been one of the craziest but best races I've had on GTA 5 in a very, very long time. We're 7th at the moment. We could win this race. It could go anywhere. We could win the race. We could fall off the circuit. I don't really know at this moment in time. Team Orange is still within a chance of a 1-2 as we are in this lead group. No one can really break away out of this, and with the nature of the circuit, there's just so many overtaking opportunities and slipstream chances and so on. It's just made the race absolutely bonkers. We have a huge tow down here from Ninetales. I was hoping Blakey was going to go with me, but just not quite. Now, we will be slow on the exit of that corner. We took a very, very tight line on the way in, carried a lot of speed, got a little bit of a slide. So we're having to kind of try and defend. I mean, it's only defending to a point. You can only defend so much when there's that much energy behind you trying to punch its way forward. Ninetales is looking for a draft. They're not going to find any. Everyone's so close. We are 3 wide through here. Scotty keeps it on the track. Now, Hordes is out wide. Not good. Oh, I'm going to run out of space. Nowhere to go. Hoping I could sneak ahead of Scotty, but we were not going to make that one work. We are going to be 2 by 2 through here. Little bit of a tap on the back of Gliska's car. We're going to be stuck on the outside. Don't get pushed. Ah, no. We just ran out of grip there. Now, there is half a chance for us still here. Let's not forget. We got a little bit of a slowdown, but it's not the worst place. Not the worst place, but they're 4 wide heading towards this chicane. Is someone going to goof it? Ninetales is off. Chris ran wide as well. That's 2 cars down. Ninetales has recovered quite nicely. The blue car's tangled. The blue cars have had an issue. It is now Scotty who ran out very, very wide of all of that. Ollie with the pink car. Ninetales with a mega run through the middle. It's going to be Scotty who takes victory. We go 2 wheels to fight our way to 2nd. Oh, what a brilliant race. That was an absolutely fantastic race. I think it was Hordes and Gliska that came together on the last lap, which is a little bit unlucky in all of that. Yes, I believe it was. Crow ends up down in... It could have been Crow as well, not quite sure. Scotty gets fastest lap. We end up sneaking to a 2nd as me and Ninetales. That was an unbelievable race. That was a crazy race. Oh, I like the cars very, very much. Well, we're going to struggle to top that, I think. Well, with the Hellfires proving to be absolutely brilliant, let's see what the Locust can do. Is Locust? I'm not actually sure. Either way, it's essentially a Lotus 311 with a slightly derpy front end. I haven't driven this one at all, so we're going into this not knowing a thing. I suspect it won't be as happy with the little nudges as the Hellfire was. Oh yeah, there was a warning from the track creator. So Scotty is the... There we go, back there, is the designer, the builder of this track, said, be careful of the curbs, this car likes to roll over. And we have all immediately forgotten this information, and we've proceeded to have some very near misses already. Roly-poly sports cars is a FailRace staple, so these seem like the perfect vehicle. They actually drive... Oh, good God. I'm sorry, Ninetales, I did not realise your car was still going to be up in the air on its side. But I was like, we were just committed to the corner, and then sudden, whoa, I'm really glad there was no one behind. I was really hoping I had so much slipstream speed that no one was going to be able to, no one was going to be actually quicker than us down there, because that was dangerous. These are, they're really fun to drive, but they're so dangerous with these curbs. They are very dangerous with the curbs. Can we have a look for a way past? I like the responsiveness of the front end. The back end mostly sticks to the road. Mostly, from what we've seen. It's more of it going on its side that's the bigger concern than sudden oversteer. There's going to be a lot of cars fighting to the outside. Gliska's going to get past. Oh, Gliska's off. That's not... Oh, Gliska's off. Brazen's had a big wobbly moment and a big crash from all of that. I probably don't want to attack those curbs too much. I mean, this is worse than Forza 4 with the old curb shenanigans. Jeez. Yeah, okay, we brushed that one a little too close for comfort. Right, side by side through this corner. Anyone going to yield? Nope. Nobody yields whatsoever. We will... Oh, that's a big dive. That's a big... That's a little bit of a dive bomb. I don't think Chris would have even known there was a car going to be on the inside there. That was for a long way back. I think it was just trying to get me. I don't think it was actually going for the lead, but yeah, not ideal. We always got rolled over in all of that as well. Ooh, oh, okay. You chuck it in. back end sometimes just does... It does like his little dance. It kind of feels like this car's got very soft suspension, which is unusual for a track car. I think that is the best way to describe what the suspension is like on this. It is very... There's like a lot of body movement almost going on. The car has grip. Like, the back end starts moving and then it stops, which is, you know, works for me, which is nice for me. But, yeah. It's certainly not a bad car. It's not really a criticism as such. But it does feel very, very wallowy for what is a, supposedly, I guess, like a full-on track car here. We will bobble the curve a little bit around this next turn. We are all okay. You don't want to go down there. You're losing time if you end up over there. Uh-oh. I'm losing time if I do that. I don't want to hit the curbs as hard as we have been doing here. Actually, we've got a little bit of a lead currently. It won't last. Catch-up will bring... we're doing 1 lap short. I mean, it was meant to be 6 laps with these and 5 laps with the other ones, and I ballsed it up. So we're now doing 5 laps with these. It won't last for the length of this race. I can tell you that much. Someone will catch if we go side by side. Oh, we'll ever go up the inside of this. It's not quite going to work, though. We've got very, very good run off of that corner. Come on. Get the big draft. Here we go. Well, the other thing we might do, if there's only 2 of us, is we might end up working together well enough that they struggle to catch. We'll have to wait and see. It depends on how much time we spend side by side and how much time we spend ending up doing some good drafting teamwork. It doesn't look like Brazen is going to catch us shortly. Yeah, just don't roll the car. And there goes the turquoise vehicle. We'll get back into that slipstream. Here comes, yeah, so Scotty and Brazen are going to catch us soon. Once you get 4 cars battling, it's very difficult. Oh, that was a 2-wheel moment heading towards the door of the turquoise car, but we made it stick. Brazen, that was brave. I was not prepared for there to be a car alongside. I'm glad you shot past before the corner, because I was not going to be able to do a damn thing about that. I just had no idea there was a car coming with such speed in that. But there we go. We are at least still in the fight. Couple of laps to go. To the outside. Ooh, outside of the chicane. Wheel on the curb. Don't go on the brakes while sat on top of the curb. That does make for one very upset little sports car. And now we have Brazen Hordes, and Ninetail's not far behind, coming to join in the fun of this lead pack battle. Well, we got turned and then sorted, so that's something, at least, I guess. Wow, if you don't touch the curb, you carry so much speed, but there's like this really fine line. Oh, I like these as well. These are very different. They're not my normal sort of car, but I do like... I like the way... I like that if they do go a little bit... If you get a little bit upset, you kind of have a bit of time to catch them. Like, they... it's really difficult to describe. I do recommend having a go with them at some point, because they drive quite unlike any other sports car I've had a go with. And that is a good thing. Ninetail's with a mega run. Ninetail's actually shot past completely. Thankfully, that catch-up is going to bring us all the way back up to the back of the red car. Ninetail's actually got a bit two-wheeled as well through there. Horse is going to pass us, I suspect, into our next couple of corners. No point fighting that there. You're asking for a spin or a roll or a falling off of the map potentially. Oh, just misjudged and gave a little nudge to Scotty. Thankfully we got away with that. Yeah, 3 wide, that'll work. I'm going to run in really deep into this corner. Hope I can still maintain some speed on the exit. We do just about, but not enough. Scotty will get past. Oh, that's a big dive under brakes for the offensive blue car, which we give a little bit of a nudge to. That's fine. A little bit of lag going across the road there. Scotty dove a long way to the inside to either try and stop the tow or something. I'm not quite sure. We're going to... Oh, good God. Okay, that was the first really, really risky. I thought I was clear. I was clear of Hordes. I didn't want to lift for that corner, and Brazer was carrying a... That could have gone really badly wrong for me. I didn't have time. I was too busy trying to make sure I had the corner sorted for myself, let alone have a look to see if there was a car on the inside, and I committed to it. We got away with it with millimetres to spare. Now, can we... Oh, go around the outside of everybody. We are still there, thankfully. We are going to get a big tow again. Can we go to the outside here? Well, everyone's kind of run into dead. No one's got any slipstream. I was using the curb a little bit. Ninetales, Scotty and all co got much better runs than we did. Oh, nowhere to go. Nowhere to go for me. Nowhere to go for them lot either. We've gone underneath Scotty. I was on the brakes, but they just all ended up concertinaing together, and there was not much that we could do. Now, there's going to be a little bit of sneaky weaving around here. Glisker and Scotty are going to have tow, yeah, all the way down. Now, this is where things are going to get things are going to get interesting. Unfortunately, I was hoping to just sort of help Scotty through the corner. Sadly, we came off the worst in that one. That was a very violent spin for what was a very small nudge. Well, the race had gone. We might as well finish with a spectacular two-wheel wobbling moment. Longbow ended up the wrong side of the tyre bundle. Oh, it all went wrong at the end for us. Whee! They're brilliant. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about the curb behaviour, but they are absolutely bloody brilliant. I like both those cars. Are really, really nice to drive. I say they're all interesting. The Hellfire is just a good car to drive. These, I really like how they drive. They are slightly unusual. As I said, they don't drive like much else in this game, and I quite enjoy race them. There we go. I mean, the Hellfire racer, that was insane. The Locust's still pretty good. This is a fantastic circuit. Thank you very much to Scotty for building this one, and thank you all very much for watching. That'll be it for this video. Until next time, a goodbye.